Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me, ShauniiDee. This is just going to be a get ready with me. You know, I finally got my Fenty foundation, you guys. Finally got my Fenty foundation. They have been out of my shade, I don't know for how long. So I recently went to go visit my father and I went to the mall by him and so happy. So happy. They had my shade. I was super happy. So I finally got my Fenty foundation and I decided that today I'm on my way to Brooklyn. So I decided to record me doing my makeup. So yes, this is literally a get ready with me as I run out the door and head to Brooklyn. So if you like this look, if you're digging what I did, then stay tuned. And thanks again for stopping by. I really appreciate it. So let's just jump right on into this tutorial. Alright, we're starting off with already done brows and already primed lid using my NYX eyeshadow base. We're going to take my Morphe 350M palette and I'm going to use a very light orange shade as my first transition color. I'm going to put that right above my crease and we're going to blend that out. Next, we're going to take a brighter orange shade out of the same Morphe palette, and we're going to apply that directly above the crease as well, a little lower than the one that we applied before it, and blend that out as well. I will be taking the brush that I used previously and blending out any harsh lines. Next, I'm going to take a darker orange shade. This is somewhat of a burnt orange, and I'm going to deepen my crease area. I'm going to blend that into the orange that I previously put on, and I'm going to use the previous brush as well to soften any harsh lines from the darker shade. Then I'm going to take a darker brown shade. It's still somewhat orangey, but I'm going to take a darker brown shade and I'm going to deepen my crease even further. I don't go too dark with this one because I wasn't really going for a super smoky eye, but I do want definition for my cut crease. Now I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer in the shade, I believe it was very beige. I'll put it in the description box below, but I believe it was very beige, and I cut my crease using a lip brush. When cutting your crease, you really want to take your time. So even though I sped up my video just a little bit, I am taking my time. I'm using this lip brush because it's nice and flat and it's going to give me that edge that I really want. And then with the end of your cut crease, you have the option of winging it out, ending at the end of your lash line, like at the corner of your eye. You could do a half cut crease. It's really up to you what you want to do with this. I decided to do all the way to the corner of my eye. And I'm going to fill in my lid, and then I'm going to pat my concealer, basically trying to remove some of the product so it's not so much like the creamy product just sitting on my eye. And then I'm going to let that dry before applying a shadow. Okay, using those two products that I just showed you might take me back to Brazil palette. I used the yellow shade from that, and then I used a Kiss single shadow in the shade Chaos because that one was a shimmer. The Take Me Back to Brazil was a matte yellow, and I really liked that yellow, but I really wanted somewhat of a shimmer, and I also wanted it very pigmented, so I decided to layer the two. I'm putting that directly in the corner of my eye. Then I'm going in with my CoverGirl Trunaked eyeshadow palette, and I am using the purple shade in that is called Amethyst. That's the shade that I can't pronounce, you guys. But it is a purple shade. It is so pretty. I love this shade. I'm going to put that in the outer half of my eyelid, and I'm going to blend it in with the yellow right in the center of my eye. I am then going to use the same CoverGirl Trunaked palette, and I am going to use the shade Quartz, and that is going to be the shimmer that you see right in the center of my eye. That to me gave me like that halo effect without actually having to do the halo. I'm still practicing, you guys. I'm still trying to work on it, but I really like the way that blended with the yellow and the purple. I'm going to highlight directly under my brow using my Wet n Wild Au Natural eyeshadow palette. I'm using a gold shade. It doesn't have a name, they just have numbers, and this is number 3. So finally got my Fenty. Gonna shake that on up, and I am going to use this all over my face. Now, I got mixed reviews about Fenty. Some people said it made them orange. Some people said it was very watery or that it oxidized. And I am noticing that it is a little more orange than I like my foundation to look. As you can see, I'm putting it on and I am turning orange, you guys. However, once I start to build upon this face, I tell you, the coverage of this foundation was beautiful. The finish of this foundation was beautiful, and it is something that I can build on. So I give Fenty thumbs up. I do wish it was a little less orange, and I do wish that I didn't have to wait so long for my shade, but it was beautiful, and I really do like the finish of this foundation. So using my oval brushes, I just applied that all over my face, and look at it, the finish was flawless. Really good coverage. I'm going to conceal using my CoverGirl concealer. I'm actually not sure of the shade the label wiped off, so I'm going to put it in the description box below once I figure it out. And I'm going to use my beauty blender. I know that I'm super late, but I had a beauty blender that I hated, and my beauty blender that I hated, I went to go wash it and realized that the reason why I hated it was because I never used it damp. Now, why did I not think to use it damp like my old beauty blender? I do not know. But at its full potential, while it is damp, it actually is pretty good. I don't know the name of it, don't know the brand of it, but it was pretty cheap, and I felt like I got what I paid for. But after using it damp, I feel like it was way better quality than what I thought. So now I have a new love for my beauty blender, you guys. So I'm going to use that to blend out my concealer in my highlighted areas, and then I'm also going to use my beauty blender to apply my Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I'm now going to set the rest of my face using my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in the shade N8. I use this to set the rest of my face because even though I love my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, I feel like a foundation gives me more color, and I rather not look so pale. So I use that foundation to set every last bit of my face where I apply the liquid foundation. And it was a perfect match with my foundation. Like, it did not ruin the Fenty foundation finish. It did take away some of that orange, and it ended up, like, I want to say towards the end of the day, I still looked pretty matte. Like, I didn't get super oily or anything. So, you know, I like the combination. Okay, I'm gonna finish up these eyes. I'm going to go back into that Covergirl Trunaked palette with I believe this brush was just a flat brush that I found. I don't even know if it had a name brand, but I'm going with this flat brush back into that palette, back into that purple, and I'm going to put that directly onto my lash line, on the lower lash line. I'm also going to take the Kiss single shadow in that same shade Chaos, and I'm also going to put that into the corner of my lash line. Now, I liked it right there, and I should have stopped right there, but me trying to be extra, I took the other shade that I used on my eyes, that quartz shade, and I tried to put that under my lid as well, and I didn't like it so much, so I'm happy that I applied a liner because it erased it. Alright, I'm going into my lips, and I am going to start off with this burgundy shade. I did get this from my local beauty supply store. The brand is Absolute New York. The product is called Velvet Lippie in the shade Wicked. It is extremely soft and velvety like it says. The only thing is, it is a little sheer, so you do have to layer to get the effect that I'm going for. I'm going for an ombre effect, so I wanted the outside to be darker than the inside shade. So I started off with that burgundy, and then I went in with my Maybelline New York Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Seductress. These are fairly new, and I have to say Maybelline did that. They did that. These matte inks, they are so pretty. I love them, and they last forever. I did not have to reapply this day at all. I had it on all day. I had something to drink. I had something to eat. I never had to reapply. They are super pretty. And they're not super dry. That's what I really liked about them. So this is my completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look just as much as I did. I really appreciate you guys stopping by and checking me out today. Thank you. Don't forget, if you have not already, subscribe to my channel, and just check me out every now and again. I will be posting more frequently, you guys. I promise I will be posting more frequently, but just stay in touch. Follow me on all my social media. That will all be in the description box below. So until next time, thanks again, and see you later.